almost there. No way. What is this? You're tuned in to the Eyes Open podcast, where secrets aren't safe and we see it all.
Now, the worst thing that you can do in this world is to lie to yourself. Okay? There's enough liars, cheaters, all types of stuff in the world. But you know what it is? That there's a crime in a sense, a human crime that is one of the worst things you can do on planet Earth. You know what that is? Is lie to yourself. And I'm going to give you some prime examples of what I mean by this. I know a lot of people that are in the military, okay, and they'll stick up for what's going on in Iran. Like, oh man, we got to make sure that they don't have weapons of mass destruction. Like, did you guys not live through the Bush administration? Do you has this same narrative not played out before? I mean, what world are we living in now? So now we're living in a world where we're going to play the same bullshit game again? Is that where we're at? Because now they're saying, oh, we got to stop Iran. They got weapons of mass destruction. Well, guess who else has them? China. Guess who else has them? Russia. Why are we not invading them? Oh, that's right, because you can't do that with them. So it's only okay when you can control the whole narrative of the way the world works. So just go and pick on the little guy. And honestly, Iran has nothing to do with anything. If you guys actually knew Iran's capabilities, you'd laugh. If you really knew what they have, because all you hear is by the news. And that's what's wild to see, because people don't actually know anybody from Iran. They don't actually know how that country works. Now, mind you, I do agree, if he took out the Ayatollah, they're all probably celebrating over there. Of course they are. If somebody took out our leaders over here that were essentially running us into the ground, we'd celebrate too. But that does not negate the fact that we are not the world police. And what's making me literally sick is seeing people that are in the military justifying what's going on right now. And saying, oh man, we gotta stop them from getting a nuke. It's Israel's problem. It's not our problem. If they're threatening people, and now here's another thing. Somebody who speaks Arabic, okay? I know somebody who does. You know what was crazy is back, it's like we're living the same script. Back when 9/11 happened, okay? They played a clip on the news of bin Laden in a freaking cave when we were looking for him, where they're like, oh, this is what he's saying. You know, I had a person, a friend of mine who speaks Lebanese, and he's like, or Arabic, and he's like, that's not what he's saying at all. Like, why are they trying to tell you that's what he's saying? He's not saying that at all. I was like, well, what is he saying? He said he's actually saying he didn't carry out those attacks. So that blows my mind that they will literally put something right there in mainstream media for you and lie about it. Because we know damn well they know what he was saying. I actually know somebody who was going to be in the military for that alone and was getting, it was like a private contract thing. They were going to make a ton of money because, like, if you can speak Arabic, man, you can join the military, like on a contracting side even, and make a lot of money because they need, you know, interpreters for stuff like that. But people are under this illusion that they still think that their government is for them. They're not for you, man. They're not for you, bro. They're not for you, sis. Whoever I'm talking to at this point. Because people are under some weird type of impression that they actually think that the government's out for you. They're not. Okay? I think I've proved it long enough on this show. They're not out for you. They're out for their own special interest. And based on everything that's been happening, it's only moving us closer to a one world government currency. Boom, a new world order. And you guys are feeding right into that shit. But here's the craziest part. It made me sick when I know people that have died for this country to have a piece of garbage like Trump get on that TV and say, oh yeah, we had service members that died, and you know what, a lot more people are gonna die, that's just war. Well, send your fucking kids over there then. Excuse my French, because I don't like to swear, and I usually don't swear on my podcast, but you know what? Send your kids over there. How about that? If it's just that easy, oh, we thank you for your kids that died, but we're going to send more of your kids over there. They're going to die just the way war works, because you know what? Because I work for Bibi Netanyahu, and if he says we got to bomb Iran, we're going to bomb Iran. We're going to take over Cuba. We're going to take over Greenland. I mean, you guys don't see any issues with this at all. That's what blows my mind is the people that are still MAGA people. And I voted for this guy. I deserve to be punched in the face. Punch me in the face. I deserve it. Because I can't believe that I voted for this guy. I got swindled as bad as you guys did. But that's what blows my mind is there's actually people that go along with this rhetoric. They actually believe that to be true. Oh yeah, we're just going to invade Iran and choose who they put in as their leader, totally take their sovereignty away, and that's normal? It's not normal at all. If you guys can't see what's going on, now tell me there's a coincidence that literally since about over a decade ago, for the people that remember when they took out, Gaddafi in Libya? They took out Gaddafi because if you watched him in his UN speeches, he was trying to create his own currency. So what did they do? They have the whole list. Go look up the whole list of countries that are not controlled by the World Bank. And Iran's on there. North Korea's on there. Cuba's on there. So boom. Two down already. But that's what it is. Like, they're essentially going to get every single person they can and every country they can to be a part of this whole one world structure. And if we've ever seen how the one world structure works, it was during the CVID days. We know it because know what's so funny is the world can't agree on shit, can they? But guess what they could all agree on? That you should all go inside your house and lock yourself in. We could all agree on that. Tell me I'm wrong. They wore masks over there, social distance, whatever. Boom, the whole world just like got on board. And that's what they're looking for. They're looking for everybody to not even slightly question the narrative. And that's why essentially, the bigger I get, I'm going to have to find a whole new platform because essentially Facebook, that's proof right there. Facebook sent me a message, okay, today, again, reminding me, your show is not being recommended to new viewers. Ain't that some shit? Freaking shocker that you're not recommending me like you were. So I've been being recommended by Facebook all the time because obviously they make money off me with ad spend. If somebody watches the show, watch time, real time, they make money off me. So of course they love me when they're making money off me, but that should even show you even more than why are you throttling me? Why are you trying to silence my voice? I'm making you money. But it's because I'm talking too much truth. When people get too close to the truth, they take them out. And that doesn't mean necessarily like take you out, you know what I'm saying? But they'll take you out, meaning they will throttle your audience, they will pull you down the algorithm, your shit won't show. And I've had people talk about shadow bans, okay? Shadow bans used to be a myth. They're not a myth no more. And you know how you know they're not a myth? Is when somebody's saying, oh, you know what? I've had people tell me on YouTube, they're like, we had to go resubscribe to your channel on YouTube. Once they first tried to remove me, we had to go resubscribe to your channel. And I don't see you on Facebook no more, man. I thought you were gone or something happened. I had to literally go to your Facebook page in order to find you. So that's a shadow ban. Everybody wants to throw that term around loosely. No, that's a shadow ban. And I even had somebody who, very great content. Shout out to Tommy Truthful with the Truth Mafia. He even said he is one of the people that's fighting for people like me that are trying to keep the truth out there. He even said, when he commented on my post, he said, "Oh, what's going on, Facebook?" And he tagged him. He said, "I can't subscribe to his page." So they're literally keeping people from subscribing to my page. That's crazy. You guys don't see no problem with none of that? And honestly, I wear it as a badge of honor, and I always will. Because you know what that means is? It means I'm getting too close to the truth. I'm telling you guys too many truths. And they're like, we can't control that guy. Can't buy him out. Can't control him. So what do is we try to shut him down. And there's some things in the works right now to where I'm finally going to be, hopefully, whether it's my website or wherever, I'm going to go be on a platform. Even if I have to talk to myself and my 70-something subscribers, I'm going to have my own platform. And that'll even show. It's completely free. There'll be where I go on my platform, on my website, it'll be free to go listen to the truth. I don't want anybody to pay me. You guys that subscribe to the page, God bless you. And I'll make reels for you guys. And you guys will all get a little something extra. But it's not about the freaking money. Okay? I don't care about the money. Honestly, making money for telling the truth almost seems wrong to me in a sense. It's weird. I'll take it, but it's just like, it almost feels wrong. Like, in a sense, you're being bought out. It's like, oh, here, just do this, play along, here's your money. And I think that's what's happened with Facebook, in a sense. They can't control me, so now they're going to throttle me. Now they're going to push me down the algorithm. Now the show ain't going to get as many views as it used to. But all I can do is ride with it. I mean, I really don't care. Because you know why? I'll tell you a big thing. Because, like I said, I don't lie to myself about anything. That's the thing is, people are so phony. They lie about everything nowadays. But here's the facts. Do not lie to yourself. And too many people do it. I posted a video about it the other day where, and I'm like, dude, it's probably going to offend people, but it's the truth. It showed about how the guy was like, oh, hey, we're going to start a revolution. Oh, well, when are we going to do that? Because, I work from 9 to 6. Then I go run my errands. Then I go to the gym. And then by the time I get home, it's like 11 p.m. And then you know what? I wake up and I do it all over again. Debt slaves, man. That's all we are to them. We're debt slaves. And you can be a debt slave if you want to be one. Just don't lie to yourself. Don't tell yourself that you have freedom of choice, because you don't. Okay, you don't. Like I've even said, I have a family member who's like, oh, you know what? Oh, I own my time. I own my time. I could do whatever I want, and I can't be replaced. Yeah. If you got somebody you have as a boss, yes, you can absolutely be replaced in 5 minutes. You'll be replaced before your obituary hits the paper. You will be replaced. And people don't understand that. Until you become something that can't be replaced, or you leave a real legacy on this world, you will be replaced. Even me, even though people say, you know what, Elias, your voice is unique. I love watching your show, man. Every day I love watching your show. I could easily be replaced by anybody else that's out there. There's a lot of us truthers out there. We're all replaceable. But people live this type of fantasy where they're like, yeah, you know what? I'm not a debt slave. I can't be replaced. I watched my father-in-law. He created a business within a business. Now listen to this crazy shit. He still lies to himself. And I guess he'll continue to lie to himself. And there's people like this. And I'll catch shit for this probably because I'm talking about my in-laws. But my father-in-law, he worked for a company for 35 years. Might have even been longer. But he created a company within a company. He created a recruiting company inside of that company, which was recruiting new good employees for this company. And then what had happened is, and mind you, we're talking about somebody who never called off work. Most straight edge guy you'd ever meet. Was always there for that company. He came to work one day completely blindsided, and his shit was outside. They wouldn't even let him go up to his office. Because obviously, for obvious reasons. But think about that. They had his shit waiting outside. He gave them 35 years of his life. And what did they do? They put his shit outside and said, nah, we're good. We don't need you no more. But people continue to lie to themselves. They continue to tell themselves, oh, I won't happen to me. Can't be replaced. This, that, whatever. And think about it. In the end, what happens is you agree with the type of shit that's going on in Iran. You tell yourself that Trump's your buddy. You tell yourself that you're not a slave, even though if you don't call that job and take off for a week, it's gone. How many more do you want me to name for you? I only got one hand. Do you want me to use both? Because I can sit here and probably name a million. There's a million lies that we tell ourselves every freaking day. And that's why essentially, why today, and see, I don't talk about it really. I'll post about it, but I don't talk about it on the show. That's why I released Global Reset Coin. That's why I became a developer for that, because we got sick of people trying to go to the bank. I can't even take 10 grand out without them asking me what I'm doing with it. Like I'm going to do something horrible with my money. That's why we started this, because we already know what's set up. When you follow the money, it's no freaking mystery what's coming. That's it. Just follow the money. It'll tell you what's coming. And what's coming is they are going to create a completely digital society where everybody's 100% on the grid. That's what they want. And I just don't know how people don't see it. See, with Iran, with everything that's going on, I promise you, Operation Northwoods, the Gulf of Tonkin incident, all of these things that's happened in our history of this country proves that they have no problem attacking American citizens or carrying out whatever they have to on American soil even to get their way. So, for example, if something happens, in a city somewhere in America or whatever, you guys will cheer for retribution. Oh yeah, go after Iran. Yeah, go kill these people. You guys will. Just like back with 9/11, we wanted blood. I remember what it was like back then. I had people that joined the Marine Corps because of that. They said, there ain't no way they're going to get over on us like this and bomb our town. I'm going to Afghanistan, man. We're going to shut them down. And now I got buddies that have PTSD that are saying, what did we do? Because they lied to themselves. And it's horrible. It's a horrible thing to know. Is that they lied to themselves about trusting our government, and they should have never done that, ever. But I mean, lying to yourself is not even just in that sense, just in general. It's trusting the process that we all live. It's trusting the system that we all are confined into. Until you really look at that and examine that system and say, you know what, this is broken, that's broken, whatever. People don't question nothing. They just say, oh yeah, we're just fine. They just admitted that your whole government, your whole world is ran by evil baby-eating pedophiles. And nobody's done nothing about it. We're on to the next thing, World War III with Iran, because they have weapons of mass destruction. I mean, it's getting insane at this point that people have not woken up yet. I feel like I'm living around a bunch of zombies. You guys need to wake up to the truth, to the facts of what's going on. Because if you continue to allow them to manipulate your mind, to control the narrative, to do everything that they've been doing, you're giving them consent. And they know that. And I think in a sense, that's why they do it. They put that shit out there to see if you'll do anything about it. And they're like, oh shit. Oh, they didn't do none. It's like, for example, a person that continues to see what they can get away with you. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to push them this far. Let's see how far I can get with them. And then, oh, you know, I'm going to push them a little further and see how far. That's what it is. That's what your government's doing to you. They're seeing how far they can push you. And man, they might as well have shoved us straight off a cliff because they've continued to do this and nobody's doing anything about it. Now, people would ask me, well, Elias, what are you doing about it? Well, you know what? I've actually done something about it. I started a currency, okay, that's ran by this community, is actually going up and doing well, and we don't have to rely on their bullshit system because I already know once they flick that switch, once they black shit out and they're going to say Iran did it or China or whatever, it's like a movie script. I can already see what it's leading up to. Once they black this whole country out, all right, the only thing will happen is once they flick that switch, your cards won't work, nothing will work. But as soon as they flick it back on, I guarantee you, because you can't touch the blockchain, can't touch crypto, that's why they're in it. Once they flick that switch back on, crypto's going to go to the moon. I had somebody the other day thought I was crazy when I told them that they were manipulating the commodities market. I told them, I said, look, gold and silver's way up. Watch it tank straight up. It's going to get rugged. Oh, no, I don't think it is. I think it found its bottom. It's going to keep going up. I'm like, all right. And then what happened? Almost $3 trillion came off that market cap. You know, that's like almost like the entirety of the whole crypto market came off of just gold and silver. That tells you guys that the old system is going to get replaced by the new system, and they're doing it. That's where the Clarity Act comes in. That's where all of this stuff comes in. And the biggest, like I say, here's another example of we need to stop lying to ourselves, okay? They got you guys, they're like, oh yeah, you know what? Epstein created Bitcoin or so-and-so created Bitcoin. Dude, the government created Bitcoin, okay? That's why it makes sense. They're like, why was it going up so high? And Satoshi, the dev, never sold because it's the government. They wanted you guys to place value on it so it would blow up. And that's what they did. So stop lying to yourself when you're like, Bitcoin ain't controlled by the... Well, now it absolutely is. Special interests definitely control crypto, period. That's why you have the ups and the downs and... But see, what's good about it is, I'll tell you guys this, you know, if you know how to cost average and, you know, buy low, sell high, you're doing great. You don't have to worry about it. But the old system's going to go away, and this is where it's going to hurt people the most. When it happens, okay, you can keep lying to yourself. You'll come back to this episode, and I'm going to make sure you do. If you continue to lie to yourself and tell yourself that when this shift happens, that your paper fiat currency in your bank account, those fake zeros on a screen are going to be worth anything, you are 100% lying to yourself. 100%. And the funny thing is, you get the same shit from people that aren't in crypto. Well, it's not real. It's just crypto. It's not, dude. Like I've said before, do you know what fractional reserve banking is? Your money ain't real. Go into your bank if you have 20 grand, and I've said this before. Go say I want $20,000 in that fiat. Watch what happens. You'll have to come back in days, and they'll order it for you because they don't have it. So when they flick the switch off, they've already set it. They're already like doing pre-predictive programming on your brain, because all news outlets are saying Iran is going to hack the banking system. And what does that tell you? They're getting you ready for when they hack it. They're going to say they hacked it, blackouts happen, boom, your money ain't worth shit. And like I've been saying, then the government will come in like a knight in shining armor and say, we got a stable coin for you. Well, what's a stable coin? Oh, well, guess what it is? It's a digital dollar, and it'll always be worth $1. Even though the dollar goes down, this will stay stable. That's what they're going to feed you guys. Because they're going to say, hey, take this digital currency we got. Because, see, you're trading in fiat currency, using it back and forth, but it's devalued. It's debased by your own government. So that's how they're going to feed you on the bullshit when it happens. They're going to feed you on that digital system. But see, the whole point of like why we started Global Reset Coin was because we are going to exist inside of their program on the outskirts of their program. And what that means is Bitcoin, all this stuff's going to ride, but things like Solana are going to stay controlled by the developers that developed it. And especially if you code on their blockchain, they can't touch it. You can't touch the blockchain. And if you say you can, you don't know nothing about blockchain development. Now they're saying, oh, quantum computers in 4 or 5 years will touch it. Yeah, whatever. Maybe Bitcoin, maybe they'll touch Bitcoin. Based on its consensus model, yeah, maybe they'll touch Bitcoin. They ain't gonna touch things like Solana. They ain't gonna touch Global Reset Coin. That's why we set it up. Was, think about it. I put that in there and explained this to you guys. Nathaniel Rothschild even said it, and think about it. He says, I care not who makes the laws, but give me a control of a country's money. And that's who has been in our banking system, has been in, it is controlling a lot of countries around the world's banking system. And people don't understand that. The only way you can start a revolution with your pocketbook. That's what people don't get. You can start a revolution tomorrow with your pocketbook. Stop buying the bullshit from the big companies. Start supporting local businesses and get into an actual crypto project. Any project that's out there. Find a good one. Stay in crypto, because when they flick the switch, I promise you, it's gonna be like 29 again. They're gonna be like, oh man, we don't know what happened, but guess what? We have nothing to do with the banks. The government's gonna come in and try to pitch you on that stable coin, and they're gonna give you back a fraction of what you actually had. Because like Klaus Schwab said, you will own nothing and be happy. What you guys need to do is you need to really see everything for what it is and stay wide awake to what's going around you every single freaking day, because the signs are all there. I don't understand why nobody is seeing it at all. Like it's not even being naive. It's like a trance. Like people are in a trance at this point. But I'm telling you, if you just seriously follow the money and keep your eyes open, you will see what's really going on in this world. You will see who is really the real world players.